On TikTok, there are typically two types of social media managers. The first one who is meticulous about planning their content out in advance. And then the second one who's more about posting their content on the fly and then hoping for the best. If the first one sounds like more like you've definitely come to the right channel, as we're going to be covering everything you need to know about scheduling TikToks out in advance to help combat burnouts and just better content strategies in general. Both things I'm sure that we can all benefit from. But if you haven't been to the channel before, I just want to introduce the channel and myself. I'm Ellie from Dash Hudson. If you haven't heard about us, we are a social media management platform that's used by brands of really all sizes, trusted to deliver insights and tools to help them outsmart social. If you like the video, you can be sure to subscribe to the channel to follow us so we can actually give you some more tips and tricks on social media marketing strategies, just like the ones in this video. So I want to start off by saying that it's perfectly fine to be posting your TikToks organically on the channel. People love content that's in the moment and authentic. But most social media managers are taxed by other priorities, and grabbing content on the fly and posting it is just not always a realistic thing, especially if people don't want to be posting in their off hours. So using TikTok scheduling can be really beneficial to help brands avoid confusion, mistakes, after-hour panics. This is something that you're really able to do if you're plotting your TikTok strategies in advance. And most TikTok social media managers have mountains of content ready to go live at any given moment from multiple channels, handles, accounts. So this might be the most beneficial thing for you to do. And that is exactly why we've made TikTok scheduling easy for you. On Dash Hudson, there's actually two ways to plan out a TikTok. So there's auto publish and there's push notification. Both will actually allow you to take the content directly from the library and then add a caption, a hashtag, and then carry on. Also, auto publish lets you actually select what actions, so comments, duets, or stitches, a user wants to take once the post has actually gone live. Let's talk about the best part of TikTok scheduling, which is actually just how easy it is. You can really start by putting together your assets in a creative way, the same way that you normally would, honestly. And then after saving your asset, you can open up the Dash Hudson scheduling tool and then follow these very simple steps. So step one, you want to start with the creative. You select this piece and you add a date and time, or vice versa. Step two is once you've actually selected your creative and the date and time you want it to be published, it's time for the fun part, which is adding those captions and hashtags. So step three can vary from tool to tool, but this is where you actually want to decide where you want your content to be organized. And this is kind of a crucial step if you want to actually compare your content performance over time. The last step is choosing how you want your content to be published. So via push notification or via auto publish. After you've selected one of these two options, you can finish the process by selecting the save button. And voila, you're finished. It's important for brands that are looking at the bigger picture of their posting schedule in order to grow your account in a meaningful way, which most brands, that's usually the goal. We've broken down a few ways to ensure that your TikTok schedule takes your brand strategy to that next level. Tip number one is creating a content plan. While posting for brands in the moment is oftentimes the reality, it doesn't have to be that way. With a solid content calendar in place, it is possible to have videos planned out well in advance. And a great place to start is to get a hold of your TikTok analytics and understand what a typical TikTok performance actually means for your schedule moving forward. Tip number two is using insights to inform your schedule. TikTok does provide some insightful analytics within their native platform, but in order to really understand what's working and what's not, brands may find themselves needing a bit more granular information. Additional TikTok insights can give brands the ability to organize, segment, and then compare their existing content, which is really the information that brands need to know exactly what they should be scheduling. So tip number three is taking time zones into consideration. TikTok allows us to interact with users from all over the world. And this is something we want to keep in mind when we're actually going through the process of scheduling out your content, especially from followers that you want to see your content in the moment. If you're not sure where to head, you can always go to the creator tool within your account where you can see where your followers are from and what time they're typically visiting your content. This should be a good baseline for you to get started. So Tip number 4 is that trends are still important, whether you love that or you hate that. Trends on TikTok are one of the reasons why the app is so popular in the first place. And truthfully, when you're missing out on trends, it can really impact the brand. So don't forget to plan out in advance, to carve time to research and to find those trends to jump in on. There's no way for us to have a crystal ball to understand what's going to happen, but being prepared is best practice in this situation. Tip number 5 is to not overdo it. We know that posting on TikTok consistently is important, but it's not important just to post for the sake of posting. TikTok does provide very different opportunities for businesses, but it's crucial to remember that your TikTok page still represents the brand. So ensure your content aligns with your brand values, with your audience. It actually provides a sense of value to your viewers, and that can be through a product lens approach, a behind the scenes look, or just purely through entertainment. So check out the link in the description below to access our TikTok scheduler and our management tools, and you can start a 14-day free trial. And that wraps up our TikTok scheduling guide. We hope that you learned something new to better plan and schedule out your TikToks in advance. And if you enjoyed this video, you can make sure that you give us a like or subscribe to the channel, and of course, leave a comment below to say hi. You can check out our next video that breaks down the TikTok algorithm to help you create better content that really truly resonates with your audience. So thank you for watching, and hopefully we'll see you next time.